Podcast Network Asia. FirstMetroSec is providing this podcast as a general market commentary. Reference to any specific security, product, or entity do not constitute as an offer or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any financial instruments or to participate in any particular trading strategy. The statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed by the hosts are subject to change without notice, and FirstMetroSec is under no obligation to update, amend, change, or correct any of the statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed. The statements, comments, views, and opinions expressed by the guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the view of FirstMetroSec. FirstMetroSec disclaims any liability arising from reliance on or reference to any information obtained in this podcast.
You are listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly podcast, where we feature timely and relevant discussions on the Philippine stock market and the economy in the hope of providing you investing and trading guidance. Here's your host.
Hi investors, this is Anjz from First Metro Securities. In this episode of Market Bites, let me share with you our latest company update on AREIT Inc. We are maintaining our buy call on AREIT, raising target price to 43.7 pesos, which implies a target FY26 F yield of 5.5%. This represents a 40 bp premium to DBS's 5.9% forecast yield for the Philippine 10-year bond by end 2026. This premium is consistent with AREIT's 2-year historical trend and reflects a favorable outlook for yield compression, supported by AREIT's strong fundamentals, robust growth runway, and investor visibility. Index membership and ally backing underpin AREIT's premium valuations. AREIT trades at a premium with a 131 billion pesos market cap versus 117.3 billion pesos in assets under management or AUM. Inclusion in the PSEI and MSCI Philippine Small Cap Index, along with backing from Ayala Land, provides strong governance, access to passive fund flows, and a strong asset pipeline. Track record of aggressive asset infusions supports further growth. AUM has grown at a 35% CAGR since listing in 2020 and is set to reach 138.3 billion pesos with a 21 billion pesos planned infusion. Management targets 15 to 20 billion pesos in annual acquisitions, with 10 to 12% in total shareholder returns per year. With access to ALI's extensive mall and office pipeline, totaling 3.7 million square meters of GLA, which is 3.8 times its current mall and office footprint, AREIT is well positioned to maintain its leadership in the Philippine REIT sector by both AUM and market cap. Stable portfolio with high occupancy and predictable cash flows. AREIT's office and retail assets, comprising 85% of AUM, maintain strong occupancy rates of 96% and 99% respectively. Retail assets are secured through fixed master lease agreements, excludes variable leases, while industrial land assets, 7% of AUM, offer limited upside due to rental escalation caps of 1.5% per annum, which is below inflation. Despite this, the overall portfolio remains resilient, backed by long-term leases and high tenant retention, supporting predictable income streams, and reinforces AREIT's positioning as a yield play. Some key risks to our call include delayed timing of asset injections, higher risk-free rates, negative rental reversions, and unwinding of valuation premium due to slower than expected dividend growth. Again, that's a buy call for AREIT at 43.7 pesos target price. And that's it for today's podcast. Make sure to follow us on our socials for more updates. That is First Metro Securities for our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and FirstMetroSec on TikTok. Thanks for tuning in. Hope this has been helpful.
Thanks for listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly podcast. Don't forget to follow us to get first dibs on our new episodes. For more up-to-date market news and info, exclusive content, and the opportunity to connect with your fellow Filipino investors and traders, join facebook.com/groups/FirstMetroSec and be part of the FirstMetroSec family.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.